Interesting. Wow. Hey, what's going on, people? Welcome to Full Chest. This is interesting. So the almighty algorithm brought this to my feed. I've seen the original version of it before, but I kind of, it was so shocking to me. I thought it was AI. But it came back again, and something just came up in my mind, and I was like, wow, this is interesting. But I don't know I don't know whose mother, sister, auntie, cousin this is, but they really need to talk to whoever this person. And if this person has children, I don't know what she's teaching her kids, because this is a baffling video. If they should find a way to get this off the internet. Now, I don't know what the context of this is. I don't know if she was being awarded or being working. It seems that they're in a kitchen and they are cooking. I think that's like the King of England or something like that, or the Prince, one of them. I don't know, maybe she works in the kitchen or she's one of his staff and maybe they're being recognized, right? But no matter the circumstance, I do not see any situation where one will kneel and crawl to someone and then hug the person in appreciation. This is 2025. We are almost in 2026. I don't see a situation where your mind in this day and age will allow you to do such a thing. But I guess I'm wrong, because there are people who are doing this. And I will bet $1 million that that lady is Nigerian or from an African country. And this, when I see such things, right, what my channel focuses on, this is the reason why the continent of Africa will never be a developed nation. Or have the necessities, because I want to be careful when I say develop, because I don't want to say develop in the context of what the Western world calls development, because I believe that Africa has its own uniqueness. But I mean, having the necessities to thrive or to live a fulfilling life within the continent, which includes having good presidents, having viable leaders in all ramifications, having good hospitals, roads, and all that stuff. And how does this tie into all of that? When you have people who the inferiority complex is so ingrained for years that you see yourself as inferior. Now, somebody might say, oh, she's being respectful, because I know some tribes and, some cultures, they prostrate, but context, in this context, she's not being she's not even if she's being appreciated, or she appreciates the appreciation that she's being given. How do you get on your knees? This was a punishment when I was in secondary school. When I was in secondary school, this was a punishment that you give to people, or that was given, that you kneel down and you crawl on your knees. For you to voluntarily do that to somebody else. Now, let's leave race out of it. Right? To anyone, it's absurd to me. Now, let's bring race into it. I will bet another $1 billion that this lady will never do this if she was being appreciated by someone of her race, of her country, of her color. Never. This is because there's an ingrained inferiority complex that has dealt with the Africans, that it is so hard. Now, it's not a general, there are some people, and that's why I'm proud of some of the new generation of Africans who are driven, who see themselves as being able to do anything. And the new generation of Africans who are being raised because they see themselves as equal and they are proud of where they're from. It's unfortunate. And again, we can't blame them too much because of what they went through. But we have to begin to talk about this thing so that it does not permeate into the generation coming forth to see themselves as less. Because even when I was in secondary school, there are some classmates, when you have white counterparts who are classmates, they can't even talk. And I think it still happens today, if we're being honest, that even in the job market on various African countries, if you have someone who is foreign from a Western country or from any other place, that they are preferred than those who are from the origins of that country. Even if they are qualified for the job, it's still preferred that, oh, that white person is smarter just because they are white. It's real. And this is the same problem. Now, what is inferiority complex, right? It is, a deep-seated belief of personal inadequacy, weakness, or worthlessness compared to others. Now, this is something that it's within the fabric of the society of a lot of African countries. And this is a straight manifestation of that. What this woman did is straight manifestation of that. She feels that that man that is so high that there's no other way for her to be in his presence, only if she bows down and crawls. That is how she feels. It's crazy to me. And it's one thing that as Africans, I encourage, we need to fight it. We need to begin to see ourselves that we can be better. We can have a country where things function and it's not like, this place looks like America. This place looks like London. No, this place looks like Congo. This place looks like Burkina Faso. This is the standard of life that everyone should believe in. We should not be comparing that, if something is good, then it has to be American. It has to be European. No, something can be good and it's Nigerian, it's Ghanaian, it's Liberian. If Africans don't get themselves out of this mindset, it will be hard to ever become its fullest potential. These examples or these videos is an opportunity for us to look in the mirror and be like, wow, because when I saw this, I was sad. I was like, dang, in 2025, somebody feels that they are so is such in awe of somebody that they have to get on their knees and crawl. This is a level of grovel that I've never seen in my life. So this is something that, and I hope that whoever that this woman is, that somebody talks to her and tell her that. And I think that there was a lady beside her who was, white or something that that was like, get up. But she feels so inferior, or she feels so inadequate that, man, for me it's like I'm in the presence of a God that I have to bow and crawl. And this is what a lot of African or black, whoever, this is what they do to pastors as well. When they're in the presence of, they get on their knees, and there was a video I saw recently, a woman got and was holding the thigh. It's the same thing. There was a woman who was getting married, and one of a Nigerian pastor is married now. He came to sing, and she left the husband and went on her knees in reverence of the man, right? That's a different context. But it's still the same mindset, right? Now, if you're doing a greeting, that's fine. It's respect. It's greeting within counterparts and culture. But man, to get down and crawl to somebody, to your oppressor, somebody who colonized, who oppressed you. Man, this is why they say Africans are the most loving people on earth. This video is so revealing. It says a lot, but it's sad at the same time. But I hope that people are learning, and this is not, we're getting to the point where our psyche becomes to the level where we understand that we're enough. Like we're adequate. You're not worthless. Like you should not grovel in such a way that you demean yourself. It's ridiculous, but it is what it is. And let me know what you guys think. But I've seen the comments, and the comments are crazy on this. I just think that there's more to this than meets the eye. And it's not just her. There's a lot of people whose psyche is like this as well. Even the people that are your leaders on the continent. That is why they're not able to face, Europeans or other leaders who are not of the same color as them, because they feel so inferior in their presence that they don't even know what to say. They can't challenge them. They can't say, no, this is what we want to do. It's the same thing, but in different levels. And until Africans get out of that, it's a problem. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. Once again, this is Food Chest. Peace.